Okay, we are now in the first round of the event here. One thing I want to note is that I'm doing Swiss, and I started to switch over to Swiss for these cube drafts just after the last holiday cube run because, man, it is such a huge hit on your ticket resources to just keep playing cube drafts, and I played way too many of them. And, I started to realize it makes me think about it differently in that, like, when you're playing literally just to play more, like you're not building up a standard collection, you're not selling stuff, you're not doing any, movement of cards, even though I'm probably just playing to play more in regular draft. I just don't think of it that way. When I'm playing actually just to play more, like I am in Cube, I actually just kind of figured I might as well just get my money's worth here. If I'm going to pay like $8 to do these things, I might as well get to play 3 rounds no matter what. And, when I play in the 8-4s, because I only play 8-4s in the other queues, and I've just gotten used to that. I don't even think about it anymore. But what I realize is like there's a reason for that. The reason is I'm trying to improve. I want to play against the best players I can, and I want to have the most on the line as possible because I think I have an edge. So I want to push that. But at Cube, I'm not practicing for anything here, right? Like, yeah, sure, they did Cube at the Players Championship, but I'm not making that. So, like, why am I trying to be like, I don't know why I'm trying to like go hardcore on Cube when there's really no end result other than just playing more Cube online and maybe occasionally a Cube against my friends in real life. So yeah, I think that Swiss might be better. I haven't done any of the math though, so I don't know like if there's a big EV difference or not, but for the purposes of the videos and stuff, and also for my own personal stuff, I've just been doing Swiss. Also, I wanted to say, as a result, I've done, not a result of going to Swiss, but just a result of the way the Cube works, I've done way fewer Cube drafts this time around because of it. Like, I just don't want to take the huge ticket loss. I've just been a lot more selective. All right, looks like our opponent's here now. And do we want to mulligan this hand? No, I don't think we do. We've got no black sources, which is a little bit concerning, but we've got a turn 3 Palladium Mirror and a Batter Skull to follow up, so I think that's fine. That should keep us alive for quite a while. We're going to draw a black source at some point here, too, just so we can makeshift mannequin back like Palladium Mirror or whatever. All right, Windbrisk Heights to lead things off for our opponent. Just going to play an island. So we're representing Force Spike, which we do have in our deck, just not in our hand, but I don't think people play around it generally. Luminarch Ascension. Oh, man, that's so brutal. Oh, man, how do we beat that? I mean, we have ways to beat it. It's not like the card's unbeatable, but like turn 2 Luminarch Ascension against our particular deck is like very random and very good. Mentor of the Meek. Sure. All right, so we've hit a swamp. And I think I'm just going to run Coalition Relic out there. We could play the Palladium Mirror, and he might not attack into it, but he probably just will anyway. And also, it just opens it up to all types of removal. And I really want to get this Batter Skull going. So we're just going to play this. Yeah, he's just going to have to chump block like once, and he's going to get us. So we're going to have to hope for Nicol Bolas or something. I'm not really sure how we're going to get ourselves out of this mess, to be honest. Getting an Ulamog down or something would do it, but Johnny Goldmane, I don't care about that very much. Ugh. Luminarch Ascension. How did that even happen? So we're going to put a charge counter on this thing. Okay, so we've hit a Sower, which is not the worst draw here. I guess we will add black. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got up to 6 mana available here. We really could use 7, though, so that we could go Palladium Mirror and steal his guy. We're going to need to get Nicol Bolas down and blow up Luminarch Ascension before he goes completely nuts with it. He's going to have 3 now, so I guess we just play out Batterskull. And then the next turn, if he doesn't play another guy, steal it and hit him and start keeping this thing in check. I can also just play out Sower, and that gives us 2 creatures to go up against his Luminarch Ascension, which might actually just be better. Take away a blocker next turn, or we can just... Because I think what he's going to do is he's going to play a guy and plus this. So I guess if we take it now, that leaves us 2 dudes, and he has to put up at least a creature with flying to get in the way. Yeah, that might just be better. Also because Sower has flying, so it can actually get in and hit him. Okay, so he gets the 3rd counter on Luminarch Ascension, and then he has to be able to either kill both of these, block them. He has to get in the way of both of these guys to be able to not get that counter next turn. So if he has like a Wrath here, that's bad for us, but we are getting momentum towards Nicol Bolas, so we just need like a 1-turn reprieve, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but we need another black source, which we'd have here, so we can actually do it. We just, if we go Palladium, if he doesn't take care of both of these guys, or at least if this thing doesn't get active, then we go Palladium Mirror next turn, and the next turn after that, Nicol Bolas, take out this thing. And then we're in the clear. All right, he's gonna... Well, I don't know why he did that. He minused a Johnny, actually. That was weird. He could have just plussed it and gained 2 life. All right, we drawn Strip Mine, which is actually okay here as well. Yeah, we'll have black. So, do we need to use up all of our mana right now? Black, 2, 3. Play out Palladium Mirror. Yeah, and then we can still have Intuition and all this other type of stuff out too, so that's fine. And then we can tap this for black if we need to make that. All right, so let's do this. We have to do this first main because of the way this thing works. Oh, yeah, we get to draw a card too. I totally forgot about that. Drawing cards does seem good. Yeah, let's draw a card. Ooh, that's good. This way we still have Intuition up if we want to use that. But for now, we're going to attack both at him. Do not care about stupid Ajani. I just want to make sure that his Luminarch Ascension stays in check. All right, looks like it did that turn, so that's good. Now, do we want to play the Strip Mine and take out the Heights? Heights doesn't matter right now because he's not going to be attacking us with 3 guys anytime soon, but it could matter just that he has 5 mana. We don't want to get him up to 6. If we do that, do we get to untap and play Nicol Bolas? Strip Mine goes away, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, yeah, we do. Right, I make black, and then when I undo it, I make red, and then we get to slam Nicol Bolas. So, yeah, I think I will just, if he couldn't do anything this turn, then we'll just keep it that way. I guess that stays face down. All right. This takes away access to Intuition, but who cares? Oh, he's going to play Enlightened Tutor. What do you have, Moat or something? Oh, a Mortar Pod? A Mortar Pod by itself doesn't do anything, but if he teams it up, then it does. You know, with a creature. Oh, he's going to make it bigger. Ah, it's a big scary Mortar Pod, I see. All right, he's down to 1 card in hand, so things all of a sudden are looking pretty good for us here. don't do that. All right, so we've got red here, so we need black. Two, three, four. That's 8, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nicol Bolas. I'm still just going to take out this stupid Luminarch Ascension. I'm tempted to go for his lands, but it doesn't actually make a lot of sense to do that. I don't think I care about much here, although I will kill... Let's see here. If I attack a Johnny and he kills my sower... If he kills my sower, then he's killing my sower, so I should just attack. A Johnny's actually not that big of an issue. In fact, no, I guess there's no way this guy ended up with both the Johnnies, though, since they were right next to each other in the pack. It's just funny because I think I might actually rather have this one on the table so that the other one doesn't come down, although neither are really an issue at this point. But that's too funny. I like take the time to think through this like arcane line that doesn't make any sense, and then he has exactly that. It doesn't actually matter here. I'm just going to kill whatever with Nicol Bolas, but like it's just funny that like I thought that whole thing through and then that actually happened. All right. And we drew Profane Command as well. All right, let's make black. All right, so what do we need to get done here? Well, we need to kill a Johnny. That's easy. So let's just do that. Looks like we're going to get to Ultimate Nicol Bolas here potentially as well. All right, so even if he pings Nicol Bolas, he'll go to 9. So I think what we do is we Profane Command to maybe we just bring back Sower and re-steal his guy. Looks like he conceded. All right. Yeah, I don't really blame him. I mean, this is the point of the game where we're trying to figure out the way to not lose, just, so we don't screw it up. And so I was just going to basically wipe his board and leave him with nothing left, facing down a Johnny. That was going to be my plan, at least. All right, so we're on the draw here. So even negate sucks because we can't even really get his what's it called? His Luminarch Ascension with it. Luminarch Ascension is just a huge deal. We do have Force Spike, though. Unfortunately, we don't have a great board against him here. None of these really do much. Yeah, I'm just going to submit. I mean, our deck is clearly more powerful than his, but his being 2 colors is likely more consistent, and he's definitely got some annoying stuff to play against us. I think that our game plan should be to just go over the top. I mean, basically, we should not try to fiddle around with what he's doing in the early stages of the game. I mean, that's basically how that first game played out, right? Like, he played something very, very good against us with Luminarch Ascension, and we basically decided to ignore it and get Nicol Bolas going, right? And he just has a really hard time beating a card like that. So this hand looks fine. Turn 4 Solemn's not very exciting, but we can Mizium Mortars away any real early pressure, which is nice. And we've got Intuition on turn 3 to go grab like some ramp or whatever it is that we decide we need. Volcanic Island. Oh, that's pretty good with mortars. We've got 2 of our 3 needed red sources for that now. I'm going to lead with an island here, though. He still doesn't know that we have Force Spike. I wish I could show him. You know, like we're shuffling our deck and we accidentally drop Force Spike on the table. Like, whoops. Because then he might actually play around it. But as it stands like that, there's no chance of that happening. Fencing Ace. I don't think we instantly kill Fencing Ace. I don't know how many ways there is to really make Fencing Ace ridiculous in this cube. But like most of them are equipment based. And I think we're okay just not insta-killing it. Because if he plays like a sword here, then we'll kill it. He can't play it and equip it though, so. Alright, he has nothing. Alright, we've even hit our third red source here. So things are looking pretty sweet. I think that we should probably intuition. I don't know what the hell we're going to grab, but we're going to figure it out after he plays his stuff. Play intuition, play solemn. I mean, he can't really beat the cards that we have. All right, Eternal Dragon is interesting here. He's going to get a Godless Shrine, so it looks like he's got a little splash going. Parallax Wave. Well, the board's empty right now, so that thing can just tick down, and like, what is he going to do? Bounce our Solemn? Sure. Yeah, I don't think I care about Parallax Wave that much. It's annoying. Like, that's the kind of card that if you pair that up with, what's it called? Luminarch Ascension? Oh man, that's annoying. I like this guy. He's very ambitious. He says, he's laughing. He says he thought that Parallax Wave hit lands. Man. I mean, why not, right? All right. You know what I'm going to do as well while we're here? I'm going to grab a quick screenshot of what else we have on our deck, just in case we need it later. All right, so we're going to get 3 cards, and we're going to get one of these into our hand. With Solemn out, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're going to actually get to Nicol Bolas like pretty quickly. So I think I just want to take like 3 value spells against him. Like, we can take 2 bombs and a makeshift mannequin. Like, we could take like Grizzlebrand. Like Sower. I actually think I want to go lower. I think I want to go like Sower, makeshift mannequin, Nicol Bolas. Like, he gives us Nicol Bolas, that's fine. If we get Sower, that's fine. Although getting Nicol Bolas in the yard is kind of lame because he's like really awesome. So let's not do that actually. Maybe I should just go lower, like just go for 3 ramp spells. I just don't want to ditch 3 ramp spells necessarily. We could go for card draw. We could go for compulsive research, careful consideration, and something. I just feel like we're going to be able to make this game go long. So I want to take like 3 mediocre cards that we don't really want to draw later, but that we wouldn't mind one of right now. Like, maybe I'll take Shackles, Palladium Mirror, compulsive research, something like that. Yeah, that seems good. Right? Because that way it protects our best stuff, which we're going to be able to draw with one of these draw cards anyway. So I'll take compulsive research. Yeah, I'll take Shackles. And I think I'm going to take careful consideration. Let's see what he wants to take from that. Oh, he said he was thinking of Parallax Tide. I'm not sure what that is, though. All right, so he gave us careful consideration, which is great, actually. And we drew Palladium Mirror anyway. I think I just want to slam a Solemn here, though, because, like, if he wants to start using his Parallax Wave to get rid of our Solemn, then that's just going to help us out a ton. All right, so we've already got the red. We didn't even put one in, so I guess we just need a swamp here. Yeah, this is going to set us up, I think, the best. I'll just snap block if he wants to let me get in there too, or let me even have that opportunity. Because right now we get to go Grave Titan next turn and just don't even care about it. All right, Johnny doesn't matter. I'll still block. Nah, he's going to exile it. All right, so we've already got the wave down to 3. He's going to hit us one more time with this thing, but otherwise Grave Titan's just going to completely take over here. Welcome to the gravy train, sir. All aboard. Riding the grave wave. Let's do it. So now the parallax wave is at 2, so he can take out like both of our tokens, which will be fine. Mentor of the Meek is also Mentor of the Irrelevant in this case, I believe. See if he wants to, because I mean, if he has an answer, he's got Sultari Priest. You know, I was gonna say, because if he has an answer to Grave Titan, then he can use the parallax wave to just kill the zombies and get out of there. So that's not too bad for him. But all right, he actually bounced the Grave Titan. Sure. So we're gonna get Grave Titan and Solemn back on the next turn. And this turn we are going to Mizia Mortars him, but are we going to do it with Gilded Lotus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So no, not quite. That's okay though. We don't need to be that greedy anyway. This one. So he can save one of his guys, but he didn't. That creature has shadow, so we get to actually kill a Johnny here as well. Is he going to use that lax pair? Yeah, maybe he only thinks he can do it on his turn. I'm not sure. All right, so the counter goes off, but this one is that thing where if you can't remove a counter, then you get it. So he's going to get an extra hit in here. It's going to bring us down to 8. We're still at pretty nice life total, but we're actually just looking to kill him. I mean, like, this turn we don't do anything, but on the next turn, on his turn, we're going to get 14 or 12 power on the board, and it's all going to not have summoning sickness when it comes back to us as well. So it's going to be really sick. Vesuvian Shapeshifter. So we can pay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's get this down. And then I think I like just playing out Shapeshifter face down here, because that's going to give us, but when we untap, I think lethal, that's 10, 20. Yeah, it's actually just going to give us lethal because we're going to copy the Grave Titan. No, but it won't come into play, so it won't quite give us lethal. All right, so yes, and we'll grab another swamp. So it'll be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, it is 20. Yeah, even without that, because we still have this guy. 6, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, it is actually exactly 20. So he has to kill something here. All right, he wasn't able to do it. Okay, so we were able to get by his deck, and we're going to improve over to round 2 here.